At the end of Disc 1, Ramses Mickelson completely decimates Faye and Ellie, leaving them dangerously close to death. And that is where the game would have actually ended had Tetsuya Takahashi not decided to continue telling the story, even with the time limit he was forced to work under. In order for the game's story to be completed, Disc 2 turned into a giant visual novel. Not to say all of Disc 2 was a visual novel, just a large chunk of it. And this is precisely why I am making this short summary of all the important events of Disc 2 leading up to the final bosses, both of which I have never beaten before. So, here we go. The start of Disc 2 wants to remind you that Faye had a previous incarnation, the artist Lacan, and Ellie had a previous incarnation, Sophia of the Golden Girls Shrine. And all you need to know at this point is that they loved each other.
Thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road and back again.
After that preface, we are taken back to the present where Faye and Ellie miraculously recover from the brink of death thanks to the mysterious old man, Tara, who happened to be the one that taught Big Brad Kralian about
Nanomachine, son.
Faye's recovery also includes a special wristband, which makes it much harder for Faye to become id, his psychotic red gear piloting alter ego. Faye and Ellie reunite with Citan and Emeralda, and they split up to accomplish two tasks. Faye goes to stop Solaris' mobile weapons from wreaking havoc in his brand spanking new gear, while Ellie and the others work to launch a mass driver that would spread
Nanomachines.
across the entire world, releasing everyone from the physical and mental limiters put in place by Kralian and the Gazelle Ministry. Before Faye could go anywhere, he is stopped by Ramses. But unlike last time, Faye effortlessly defeats him. The
Nanomachines
are released onto the planet, but all is not well. The world was still being threatened by Solaris and their giant mobile weapon, and the only way to counter such a gear was the superdimensional fortress Himbo, which we all thought was just a giant building in the middle of Kislev. There was no way Solaris could win this fight. After Bart decimates Solaris, world peace is finally achieved. Or so we thought. People around the world suddenly started to mutate into Wells. It is revealed that Kralian had launched a virus in the event of Solaris' initial destruction, which, I'm assuming, caused anyone who got their limiters released to turn into Wells. The mutated Wells went to Soylent factories hidden in the planet to feast on healthy humans to help them feel less pain. The same Soylent factories like the one in Solaris that converted humans into Wells through experiments. So now, the protagonist party set out to destroy the Soylent factories to both stop the experiments and to free the Wells who could not resist the urge to consume the living from their suffering. Oh, and it is during this time that the anime cutscenes return. So the factories were destroyed, and the mutated Wells were slowly starting to recover, thanks in part to Tara's
Nanomachines.
This did not sit well with the Gazelle Ministry, who set out to use a device called the Gatia Key, which would alter people's DNA to force even more people to turn into Wells, with the intent to use their flesh to help revive their god, Deus. But they are stopped by Cain, who was convinced by Citan at the end of Disc 1 that the people on the planet are actually good and deserve free will. Now, the next objective was to seek the anima relics to turn some of the protagonist party members' gears into Omni-Gears, knowing that the remnants of Solaris would also seek them to fuel their own power. In the first, fully interactive part of Disc 2, almost 2 hours later I might add, everyone finds the first anima relic, which turns Billy's gear into an Omni-Gear, after which the protagonist party is challenged by the Elements, aka Team Step On Me. First they are challenged on foot, then Team Step On Me challenges the protagonists in their elemental Megazord. Only for them to lose. Ellie returns to Nissan only for Nissan to be attacked by Ramses, who is still obsessed with destroying Faye. He had hoped to use Ellie to find Faye. Ramses is subdued and reveals why he is obsessed with Faye, which includes the revelation that he was to have the same powers as Emperor Cain, and the revelation that Faye's existence threatens Ramses' purpose. Ramses retreats back to the Gazelle Ministry and is manipulated by Kralien and Miang to kill Emperor Cain, making Ramses believe that doing so would allow him to attain the strength to defeat Faye. Soon afterwards, the protagonist party went to find the second anima relic, which turned Rico Suave's gear into an Omni gear. And the boss they encountered here was none other than...
Bro.
That traitorous bastard Hammer. We managed to defeat him. We weren't proud of it, but we did it anyway. Meanwhile, in Emperor Cain's subspace highway, Kralien orders Ramses to kill Cain. Cain's death allows the Gazelle Ministry to use the Gadia key unopposed to force a mass mutation of humans into wells. It was enough to bring forth Deus' resting place, Mahanan. The protagonist party had to stop the Gazelle Ministry, but Faye did not want Ellie involved. However, there was still time for Faye and Ellie to consummate their love for each other.
Can you feel the love tonight? 愛を感じて世界を包むハーモニー命の歌よ
Turns out Mahanan was just a part of the colonial ship, the Eldridge, the very same colonial ship that you saw at the very beginning of this whole game. The protagonist party explores this ship until they finally came across Deus. It was an easy fight. All it took was exploiting Deus' own power. After the fight, the protagonist party continued to explore the ship. In the giant center, they came across Raziel's Tree, a comprehensive archive of history before the Eldridge crashed on the planet, containing information on key plot devices like the Zohar and the origin of Deus. Before all the knowledge could be consumed, the party is confronted by Kralien, Miang, and then utterly humiliated by Graf in his Alpha Weltall. Everyone is taken by Kralien to be crucified in Golgotha, which is a mistranslation of Golgotha, where Jesus Christ was crucified. Symbolism. Despite her stormtroopers trying to stop her, Ellie goes to Golgotha alone to save her friends. Ellie confronts Kralien's unholy fusions of Wells and Gears, and in a very close fight, she defeats them, only to be taken alive by Kralien. Afterwards, Kralien completely disables the Gazelle Ministry, turning against them, leaving the fate of Deus and Ellie completely in his creepy hands. After a desperate search, the protagonist party discovers Ellie's location, Merkava, the site of Kralien's arc for Deus. Inside is where everyone fights Ramses in Kralien's Omni gear. It's during this fight that we find out that Kralien created Ramses with the help from Miang, possessing Faye's own mother.
What a twist!
Miang as Karen tells Kralien that her child Faye is the contact. So they immediately consider the Ramses fetus to be trash. Back to the present. Ramses is once again fought and is once again defeated, but there is no time to waste or save, as the protagonist party is almost immediately challenged by the current Miang in her Omni gear, famous for arguably being the hardest boss in all of Disc 2. And I ended up defeating her in less than 2 minutes. Go me. After the fight, Deus, who was in the background this whole time, consumes all the anima relics that had been implemented in everyone's Omni gears. With the resurrection of Deus nearly complete, all seemed hopeless until Ramses shows up. And upon having learned the truth that he was only made to kill Emperor Cain, kills Miang and Kralien. Everyone rushes to rescue Ellie from confinement.
Oh, snap! Guess what I saw?
Ellie turns heel and literally turns into a new incarnation of Miang. She reveals how she was created by Deus after the Eldritch crashed to be the mother of all humanity, creating the first humans, Cain and the Gazelle Ministry, to help revive the heavily damaged Deus. Also, Kralien is actually alive. Why won't he die?
Nanomachine, son.
Miang in Ellie's body is absorbed into Deus to fulfill its purpose, the annihilation of humanity. Those that mutated into Wells were completely absorbed by Deus. Those that weren't either struggled to survive, were killed in the chaos, or assimilated into Deus by force. Faye chased after Ellie and disappeared for a time, But when he returned, the protagonist party learned that the trauma of the previous events forced Faye into a state of suspended animation. Fearing that Id would resurface, Faye was placed into frozen carbonite. Zephyr feared that Id's resurfacing would trigger the kind of calamity that Lacan caused 500 years ago when he became Graph. Internally, Faye was confronted by Id's spirit, who introduced him to the newest personality Faye subconsciously developed after what happened in Merkava. It reveals that this personality did not want to deal with the realities of what was happening around him. Faye also experiences memories of his past incarnation as Lacan. It is revealed that Miang gave Lacan instructions on how to become the Absolute Being. Using the memories of Lacan to his advantage, Id seeks the location of where Lacan obtained his current powers as Graph, the Zohar. The Zohar is revealed to be the source of Deus's powers, as well as the source of everyone's ether powers and the energy needed to power all the gears in the planet. The protagonist party finds and confronts Id. They are soon joined by Wise Man, who is revealed to be Faye's father Khan. Khan and the others try to bring Faye back to his senses, to free him from Id's influence. While this is happening, Faye internally learns how Id came to be. Id shows Faye all the trauma he had suppressed, how Faye's mother Karen, who had become Miang at the time, performed horrible experiments on him, while his father turned a blind eye to the whole thing. The child Faye coped with the trauma by forming the personality of Id, forcing Id to endure all the pain, while Faye blocks all the pain out of his mind. Later on in his childhood, Graph discovers Faye's location and seeks to obtain his power. He fights Khan while Faye and Karen watch. Id reveals that when Lacan became Graph, Lacan's body died, but Graph was able to continue living by possessing other men, just as Miang was able to live as long as she has by possessing other women. Graph needed the perfect reincarnation of his former self. Unable to watch any longer, Id resurfaced and unleashed a wave of energy. This wave of energy caused Karen to die. Faye forced Id to take responsibility for what happened to his mother, while Faye's third personality, the coward, held on to only the happy memories of Faye's child. Faye himself, on the other hand, used those personalities to repress any real memory of his childhood, good or bad. With this knowledge, Faye comes to understand and cope with his childhood. He reveals to both his personalities, Id and the coward, what really happened to Karen.
Watch it again, one more time. Watch it again, or I'll break your back.
It's revealed that during Graph's attack, just as another energy beam was about to hit Faye, Karen briefly regained her original self and jumped right in front of Faye, sacrificing herself for her son. It was never a case of Faye, or any of his personalities, killing his mom. Faye makes peace with his childhood and the personalities he created. Id, in exchange, shares the memories he acquired through contact with the omnipotent being known as the Wave Existence, trapped inside the Zohar. All the memories of Faye's previous incarnations of what became known as the Contact, including the fact that every incarnation of the Contact has had to watch that generation's incarnation of the Antitype, Ellie, die in front of him in a horrible fashion. And in case you're still confused, here's some of the most important plot holes to fill. The Contact is Abel, who found the Zohar while looking for his mom inside the Eldridge before it crashed. The Zohar responded by creating a mother-like figure for Abel, the Antitype, as well as giving Abel the ability to communicate with the Wave Existence. The Contact and the Antitype were necessary to help the Wave Existence free itself from the Zohar. After the Eldridge crashed, the Antitype became the original mother of humanity, Miang. That version of Miang created Cain and the Gazelle Ministry, then split itself into two beings, the first incarnation of Ellie, which was what the Wave Existence created for Abel, and Miang, the woman who would use her powers from Deus, and her power to take over the body of any female she wanted, to influence history in order to resurrect Deus. Lacan became Graph because he felt horrible for not having the power to save Sophia, who had sacrificed herself to end a war between Shivat and Solaris. Although Lacan was a reincarnation of Abel like Faye, his interaction with the Zohar was imperfect. Thus, he only obtained the power and not the empathy. Kralian, who was also scarred by Sophia's death, vowed to create God with his own hands, as he believed that the lack of God allowed Sophia, the only woman who ever showed him kindness, to perish. And so for 500 years, Kralian, whose life was prolonged by
nanomachines,
joined Miang in her mission to revive Deus, sharing all of his knowledge and technology with her, while Miang shared all of her knowledge and information of Deus with him. Anyway, Faye returns after making peace with his past, inheriting the memories of all his past incarnations, and converting his gear into the Xenogears.
he said it! He said it!
As he is making peace with his dad reveals that he had become the current body of Graf. Graf now seeks to take Faye's body and forces Faye to fight him. After being defeated by Faye, Graf sacrifices himself to stop the Zohar from assimilating Faye into Deus. Faye reunites with his friends and forms a plan to save Ellie and defeat Deus. Everyone works together to bring Merkava down to the planet, but their plan backfires as Deus, evolved from Kralian's
Nanomachines!
emerges from the wreckage and slowly starts to wreak havoc on the planet. So now, the protagonist party seeks to quickly eliminate Deus from the inside. Time was running out for us, Faye says, but there is enough time for endgame side questing. It was fun actually moving around, socializing with everyone, and not having to go through hours and hours of text. But the most important tasks needed to be done, and that is to find a way to break the game completely. Having failed multiple times to beat the game in the past, I seek the items and accessories needed to challenge Deus with little risk involved. I don't want to be too overpowered, but I don't want the fight to drag. So I at least had to give my main team each the necessary items to practically make the game-breaking speed demons that can defend against Deus with little difficulty. So feeling prepared, I take the hopefully game-breaking protagonist team through the final dungeon of the game. And here we are now, the final save point. What will happen next? Will Xenogears be a victory or a fail? Soon, we shall find out. So let's do this. Alright, on the way to Deus. I'm giving myself a little timer here to make sure that I can do this without having to edit too much for the YouTube upload. The place where I defeated Miang. It's true, I really did beat her in less than 2 minutes. That was a shock. I wish I had actually recorded that in my reaction. Okay, here we go. Literally jumping right into the action. This brings back memories. A lot of feels right now. This is where I got stuck the first time. Some of those 4 little mini orbs were very tough for me, and then without defeating them, Deus was almost impossible at the time. But with how much I prepared and powered up, I'm thinking I do want to try and challenge Deus directly to see if I can pull that off and save a ridiculous amount of time. If I can't, then I'll just say screw it and challenge Deus's 4 subordinates. Because if you defeat each one, it reduces Deus's life and takes away one of his major attacks. Alright. So, it's my plan. See if I can beat Deus directly. Alright. First time facing him over 20 years. I'm not too concerned. I'm feeling good about myself, but anything could go wrong. There were battles where I thought, oh, I have this in the bag, and that didn't happen. I do love the music, though. Hopefully this does a decent amount of damage. Okay, I'll take it. Here we go. Alright, it can heal. Well, not by much. Oh my god! 3 attacks in a row. See, that's partly why I didn't... 4 attacks in a row! Five attack... Oh, no. Okay, I was getting worried there. Okay, it can attack 4 times in a row. Jeez. But yeah, there is an engine that's supposed to make you even more powerful than I am right now. But it gives you only 1,000 fuel, and I didn't want to risk that. There, I just undid your heals. There we go. Trying to get to hyper mode with the Xenogears. Oh boy, the onslaught, it continues. Haha, he did nothing. Come on, fam. Oh, what? What are you doing? What was that? Deus, what are you doing? Come on, get into hyper mode. I may not need it, but it would be a nice little insurance to ensure that I could win. Feeling good right now because he hasn't attacked for real since that 4 in a row. We're just too fast for you right now. Uh-oh. Jeez! Oh, okay. What is... Why aren't you going in hyper? Whatever. Fine, I'll take it. Whatever it takes to win. Huh? What? What? Oh! I did it! But we gotta see the obligatory Squaresoft JRPG long ass explosion. But wow. Alright. Oh my god. Oh my god, oh my god. Now what? Huh. Faye's looking excited. What about the rest of you? What happened was, we won! That's what happened. Oh, okay, I get it now. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm feeling great. I mean, I was optimistic going into this. That's probably why I don't sound nearly as excited as I was when I beat Terranigma and when I beat one of the Dark Force battles during Phantasy Star. But this is still exciting right now. See me, feel me, Ellie. It's not over yet. Come on. Gotta get her. What now? Oh, the real final battle. Huh? Oh. Oh, that's not good. Then, I mean, it's pretty obvious. A lot of bad things will happen. See? What you mean? What you talking about? What you talking about, Doc? Move Deus away from everything. Wow. Giving up already, huh? Well, great. Yeah, no kidding. Though I might have to screenshot that. Perfect for responding to wrestling sometimes. Uh-oh. Man, if this was made during the height of the DualShock, the controller would be going crazy right now. It's retreating, look! Oh, it's taking Ellie with it! Oh, no, it's Ellie doing this. Well, enough talking, let's go get her. Yeah, go get her right now. No, you cannot, we can't just sit here and go through more text. I've had enough of that already. Yeah, go! Stop talking, go! Yeah, go get her right now! No, don't wait a minute. Just get over there. Yeah, now you tell him to get going. Yeah, literally, because everyone else is stuck. Yeah, while you guys are chit-chatting, Deus is literally a giant dot in the background. Yay, finally! Can't imagine how much more text I'm gonna have to go through before the staff roll. Oh, how much text we're gonna go through before the next boss, the final boss. Although that one will be a cakewalk, because from what I have always read all this time, the final boss is much easier than this. It's almost like a non-fight. Kind of like Final Fantasy X's battle. And the first Breath of Fires if you've unlocked everything. So beating Deus was the big one, the big hurdle. Pretty much guarantees the ending. But we'll see how this turns out. Oh, this music! Mufasa? Oh, you! Wait a minute. We're talking about two different games right here, Kralian. Yeah, I was wondering what happened to you. Should definitely do a safe stay right here in case something bad happens. Everything we could ever desire is here. You got me and the literal symbolism of Adam and Eve right here. And that's it. That's all we need. Well, pretty relevant, I guess. Well, these days they call it social distancing. That is also very true. What folly, he says. Sadness and loss. Humans already experienced that. They don't need you to force that upon everyone. All I have to do is watch the news. I guess there's one good thing about all this is that we were able to loop this piece once. At least once. Nah, we don't need God's help. Oh boy, here we go. What you got for me, Tralian, Mufasa, Wave Existence? The final boss! Alright, here we go. Let's do it. Oh, we've got this. Dodge me all you want. I'm still winning. If that's the best you've got, then you're screwed. Let's see if I can get to hyper mode, which would be nice. Oh, you got something else. Oh, she just suplexed the hell out of me with her wings. Okay, fine. We don't have time for waiting for hyper mode. Whatever. You want to die that quickly? Sure. Still standing. No, I don't need hyper mode. I can win this without it. Oh, crap. Probably put me under 10,000. Nope. Okay, we're still good. Game. That's it, folks. We did it. Let's free her already. Let's go home. Yeah, because he knew that we were overpowered. Can't take us. Uh-huh. Yeah, that's no excuse for being creepy. Yeah, he knew. He knew. He knew that he couldn't do anything. Bull crap on that. He loved people so much that he wanted to kill them. That kind of person. Man, this is going to be one of the shortest Gauntlet videos I've ever done. This is incredible. Well, it doesn't have to be. Ideas are brewing in my head right now. Oh, but we gotta watch the ending. With the one piece of music that was recorded live in Bulgaria. We can do it. Ellie! Get up! Oh? I don't want to see your ass. Literally.
もう時間がない。ここもじきに消滅する。これで神はいなくなる。この星は人の惑星。自らの足で歩むお前たちのふるさとだ。カレリ、いけないのか。私はあの時を境にして人としての道を失った多くの金を犯した
500 years worth of sins.
人として生きることは許さない私を許してくれるのは神のみ
But Ellie forgave you.
そんなことはない
And I guess Faye forgives you too.
罪滅ぼしの時間だってたくさんあるお前にならそれができるよ
相変わらず優しいんだきっとそれが人であることの意義だがいけないもう決めた私は神とは言うそれにたとえ帰ったところ私の居場所に
I have to go. My planet needs me. Trying to look up who voices him. Ryotaro Okiayu. Oh, he was Trace Kushinaga in Gundam Wing. Interesting. I know in the English dub he was voiced by Cam Clark, which is kind of bizarre, but cool. Whoa. Pretty lights. Animate everyone else.
どうなりましたか。
爆発の余波による電離層の乱れで観測が不可能です。おそらくは爆発に巻き込まれて。
そんなわけあるか。あいつは必ず帰ってくるって約束したんだ。必ず帰ってくるって。
He's such a good himbo. Xenogears! Choo choo! Boinky, boinky, boinky. Ah, I hear small tooth pieces. Alright. I'm actually gonna mute the mic right now so that we can actually enjoy this without anybody talking over it. Oi! Oi! Alright. Muting the mic right now. I'll be back once it ends.
Run through the cold of the night as passion burns in your heart. Ready to fight, a knife held close by your side. Like a proud wolf alone in the dark, with eyes that watch the world, and my name like a shadow on the face of the moon. Broken mirror, a million shades of light. The old echo fades away, but just you and I can find the answer, and then we can run to the end of the world. We can run to the end of the world.
We did it! Xenogears Episode 5, The Zohar Strikes Back. It's over! Oh, man, that was so fulfilling. Oh, since I have so much time to spare in the YouTube upload, and I don't really want to end this after 1 hour, I'm gonna do one more thing. I can show everybody the battle against Deus's little minions. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Yeah. See what a world of difference that would have made. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that, and then beat Deus, a severely weakened Deus. And then I'll call it a stream. Alright. Just gonna find one at random. Alright. I cannot tell who is who. Alright. Harloot. Oh, you really wanted him to move only once. Okay, you asked for it. Yeah, you wanted this. You wanted one-on-one with Satan. Alright, who's next? Sure, don't give it a name or anything. Let's see. Okay, you can do it. Metatron. What does this do? Almost the same animation? Really? There we go. Next. All right. All right. Really? Oh, whoops, I hit the wrong button. Oh, it doesn't matter. That was very quick. Bring me another. Now this boss, out of all of them, out of Deus' subordinates, this one was fascinating. Because you attacked it as if you were attacking an enemy you would fight on foot. And you can't even do combos against it. Not even gonna try Jesse's cannon against you because everyone else is doing almost 10,000 damage. Sometimes. There we go. So that's all 4 of them defeated. Which would make the battle against Deus technically a lot easier. Let's see if it really makes a difference. See how long it would take to beat him. See how many turns this takes. Oh. He's desperate without his subordinates. And there it is. Alright. That was Xenogears, everybody. Thank you for all the likes, retweets, the comments, the stream chats, everything to help motivate me to continue this. Guess I'll continue Iceborne, and then I'll be back with Trials of Mana, the PS4 version. That's gonna be fun. And Super Mario RPG for Legacy. Cool deal. Alright, until next time, with so much time to spare, this has been Nitro. Good night and have a pleasant tomorrow. And wash your hands.